Hello YouTubers, my name is Jack Ryan Smith, coming at you live from Los Santos, San Andreas, and today we are playing Grand Theft Auto Online. You may notice that I'm a bit sick, but you know, still gotta make a video. So, today we're doing a life story. This is about the time that I was in a car accident. So yeah, it's just about that. It's about the time that I was in a car accident, which was not very fun to say the least, only I was very young when this happened. So, you know, so what happened was, this was back in 2007, so, you know, everything is it's a long time ago. It's now 2015. So, it was a long time ago, and I can only remember vaguely what happened. Well, I mean, like, I can remember quite a bit of it, and I'm gonna share it all with you guys. This is about the time, yeah, that I got in a car wreck. This is not meant to be, like, a super funny video and everything, but, okay, let's get started. So, it was a, if you don't know, let me give a little bit of background first. If you don't know, I used to live in Michigan, which, if you do not know, Michigan is one of the most northern states in the United States, so it gets cold during the winter, like, extremely cold. And, you know, when it's cold, the ice freezes, when it's cold, the roads freeze over, and, you know, we get a lot of snow. So it was very snowy, and there was a whole bunch of ice. And we all, me, my mom, and my sister, all got into our car and started to head towards my daycare, because that's back when I was little. We started to head towards my daycare, and so I would go from my daycare to my school. And, you know, it's like a half an hour long drive in order to get where we're going. So we all got into the car, and we began to head out. So, we drove down the road. We saw several accidents on the way, and, you know, it was a tiny bit crazy, the amount of accidents. But what happened was, we ended up going up to, we ended up driving down the road, and I guess, here, we're going around this corner, and, you know, the corner, it's, not that sharp, but I guess that we took it a little tiny bit too fast, so, you know, bad stuff happens whenever that happens, and, you know, it wasn't very, it wasn't very fast at all. It was how slick the ice was. It was because of the fact, you know, that, it was because of the fact that the ice was so slick that this happened. So what happened was, we ended up going around the corner, only we took it a bit too fast. And so that caused us to nearly spin out. Well, we pretty much did spin out, but so what happened with that was once we spun out, we sort of went careening into the snow. We nearly got hit by a bus, because there was a bus headed down in the opposite lane, and the bus nearly rammed into us, which would have been even worse than it was. So we ended up driving on down, we ended up driving down the road, and when we slid out of control, we went into the snow, hit the snow bank. If you don't know what a snow bank is, it's like whenever the trucks go through and they push all the snow off to the side of the road whenever they're like plowing through the snow. And you know, so what happens with that is whenever they push it off all the snow, it makes these giant banks of snow. And we ended up going in, like, off the road and hit the snowbank. And the snowbank was so high that once we hit it, it physically flipped the car over. So once we hit the snowbank, it, like, flipped over onto its side, which is pretty much, that was the car accident. So, like, when we flipped over, I remember when we were about to flip over, I remember just, like, almost blacking out, sort of. Like, I only remember us beginning to spin. And, so, like, we ended up spinning out and hitting snowbank, flipping over, and then I remember it was like dead silent for a good couple of seconds after we had flipped over, and then my mom's like, "Jack, are you okay? Jack, are you okay? Jack, are you okay?" And I wasn't answering because I was just sort of in shock. And then all I said was, "That was pretty cool," because that's literally all I could say. That's all I could think of saying. And then I'm like, "Did we flip?" "Yeah." And then my mom's like, "Yeah, we flipped." And so we all began to get out of the car, which was a bit difficult because the back seat where I was sitting, its child locks were on, so that was not very, you know, fun to deal with. We had to climb all the way around and out the passenger side door, because passenger side where I was sitting was up in the air while the driver's side was on the ground. And what happened with that was I climbed out, I helped my sister out, and then my mom climbed out. And we're in the middle of nowhere at like 5:30 in the morning while it's dark and negative 10-degree temperature while it's snowing. And you know, that wasn't, you know, good. And so we ended up just being there for like 10, maybe 20 minutes. And then with a pure stroke of luck, my mom's friend ended up coming around the corner. And he's like, he pulls over, helps us out. We come and sit inside of his car. And we sort of wait until, the ambulance gets here, because someone obviously called for the ambulance and whatnot. And the ambulance got there, and we got checked out by the ambulance, and then we didn't have to go to the hospital. But yeah, then pretty much after that, we ended up going home, and sort of, after that, we ended up going home and sort of chilling. And, you know, after, yeah, we went home. I didn't go to school that day. But yeah, and then they obviously towed the car away, and it got sent to the scrapyard. The funny thing about that was that we were actually getting a brand new car the day that we wrecked. So that was a bit like weird how that all worked, but it did work, and you know, we got a new car that day anyway. So yeah, not really anything else to the story. It's all it really is just going to the junkyard and seeing the car, and that's really it. The car wasn't actually that smashed up, it was just the side that was really screwed up really badly. Yeah, there's not really much else to talk about. Tell me if you liked this story, because this is sort of a serious one. This isn't much of a laugh out loud one. This is more or less like a serious one that is for serial. You have to be serious about it. And yeah, so that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, good job. And I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Peace!